There's a new report out that gives us a better idea of how Texas ranks among other states when it comes to endangered animals. So joining us today is Lily Velez with veterinarians.org. Lily, talk to me first about this study, about this report.
We wanted to take a look at how states ranked in terms of animal species specifically. So what we did is we looked at the database that the U.S. Fish and Wildlife maintains for the entire nation. We saw the number of animal species that each state had in terms of whether it is an endemic species, which means that it's native to the state, or whether it's simply an animal where its natural home range occurs within the state. We did the calculations and then we tallied up a ranking to determine how states ranked. And Texas ranked number 4 in terms of endangered animals. So California tops the list with 74 endangered animals. We also see Tennessee at 66, Alabama at 64, Texas at 51, and then Virginia rounds out the top 5 at 41.
What endangered animals kind of floated to the top as far as maybe that have the most concern?
So one of the biggest concerns for the U.S. Fish and Wildlife is the whooping crane. There's actually only a few hundred left of this particular animal. Now, whooping cranes make their winter habitat on the Gulf Coast of Texas, so Texas is a part of its natural range. But yeah, the whooping crane, unfortunately, is one of the animals that is a high priority for the U.S. Fish and Wildlife. Again, only about 300 to 400 of this animal left in the entire world.
Is there anything we can do as the public to, help these endangered animals and not fall within that top 5 list of states with the most endangered species?
So one of the biggest things that people can do is simply to educate themselves and spread awareness about this. So, researching these animals, learning more about their habitats, learning more about different ways that we can help not make such a negative impact on their habitats. And that kind of goes into the second tip, which is just reducing our carbon footprint. So a lot of our development is occurring on coastal waterways where these animals like manatees and turtles are kind of living and raising their young. So if we can simply reduce our carbon footprint and reduce our waste, we can really have a positive impact on these animals and help them to prosper and thrive in their natural environments.
Very well said. Lily Velez with veterinarians.org. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.